Well, for more on the Knicks, we welcome in CP, the franchise of KnicksFanTV. Okay, CP, we're going to start with an easy one. The talk of this pretty much entire series. How do you think the Knicks will try to slow down Victor Wembanyama?
With Wemby being the Knicks' biggest challenge, Nikki, it's going to be a tall order. When you talk about that 7'4" frame, he is intimidating on the defensive side without even blocking shots. And so the Knicks are going to have to find ways to move him around that half court and pull him away from the basket, utilizing their three-point shooting from Karl-Anthony Towns. Most likely you'll see Victor Wembanyama guarding Josh Hart. So Josh Hart will be relied on to knock down that three to keep Victor Wembanyama honest. And when Wembanyama has the ball offensively, what the Thunder did well was continue to be physical with him, push him off of his spots and force him to take contested shots. And that'll have to be by committee from Karl-Anthony Towns to Mitchell Robinson to OG Anunoby. The Knicks will have to use their physicality to slow down the alien.
Yeah, you saw those numbers, averaging a double-double this postseason, so a really tall task for the Knicks. And a tall task for the Spurs, stopping Jalen Brunson. He's the engine that makes this Knicks team go. In 3 games against the Spurs, including the NBA Cup, he's averaged about 26 points per game. What's the key to his success this series?
Well, there's no doubt, Nikki, that the Knicks will need to rely on Jalen Brunson's shot making. He's one of the best in the game, even in isolation. But where the Knicks have had success in the entire playoffs is moving Jalen Brunson off ball, continuing to run the offense through Karl-Anthony Towns, using their ball movement that has carried them so far in the playoffs. Jalen Brunson on his three-point shooting has been assisted on 61% of his threes. So the Knicks using him off ball will certainly be effective there. I also think them using their defense to get out and transition and finding Jalen Brunson for open threes will certainly help in this series.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, this not going through Jalen Brunson, the Knicks seem to get their contributions from all over the roster. Any given night, it's someone else. So for you, who's the X factor for this series on the Knicks side?
For me, it's Mikal Bridges being a two-way force. Number one, defensively, guarding the Spurs' elite guard attack, but also on the offensive side, Nikki, while Mikal Bridges has been efficient as of late, his three-point efficiency has been about average or a little bit less at around 33%. The Spurs are not going to allow the Knicks to have that same efficiency at the rim as the Knicks have had success in other series, and so they're going to have to rely on their three-point shooting, and that's where Mikal Bridges is going to have to step his game up.
All right, CP, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Prediction for this series.
I'm going to go Knicks in 6. I think this Knicks team is a team of destiny. The way that they've been able to play and lead the NBA in the playoffs in a multitude of categories, both on the offensive and defensive end, and then going with Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson, the most clutch player left in this playoffs. Listen, Victor Wembanyama deserves all the credit for where he's gotten the Spurs thus far in just 3 seasons, but this is Jalen Brunson's time on the big stage, and I think he's going to raise his team and raise that trophy in the end.
I think it's going to be Knicks in 7, but I want to agree that it would be Knicks in 6, so they win it at home at Madison Square Garden. We know the city will go absolutely crazy. Almost here Wednesday night, Game 1 from San Antonio. CP, the franchise, thanks so much for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.
Anytime.